but so proudly wave at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV, here with the Bluegrass Truck Series for the Rockabye Baby 75. I'm not real sure on the count of how many trucks we got, but it does look like we've got a packed house out in qualifying right now. We're about 2.5 minutes into qualifying. Wes Wiggin out in front right now with a 39.93, and then it's going to be Ronnie Shirk behind him with a 39.96. And it's going to be Lucas Lyons, Dustin Reinstedel, Tyler Evans, your current top five out on track. You see the 46 of Sean Kostritza. See kind of a lap time he can put down. Joining alongside today is going to be Stephen McMillian and Mikey Neal Jr.
Who?
Stephen McMillian and Mikey Neal Jr. It's Junior, right?
Yes,
I'm confused.
It is Junior.
I thought it was. I started questioning myself. I'm like, wait a minute. It does say Junior on there afterwards, right?
Yeah, usually it does. And speaking of Junior, we got Bobby Hall Jr. out here tonight.
That's right. And they're Earl Shop Flex Motorsports, the car number 90, truck number 94. Quick shot Kostritza. He goes up to 6th quick. You got Fernando Takahashi in 8th. Look at Jonah Colbert, 2nd there. And Bobby Hall Jr. up to 4th in his first lap.
Yeah, good job by Jonah Colbert to come in with that second quick time, winning week at number 1 at Pocono. Sat really good in points until last week, not having the run that he wanted. Ended up ending his night very, very early. Dropped him down a point. Speaking of points, our top 5 right now is going to be Alex Healy leading the way, followed by Peyton Hubbard, Cody Anderson, Wes Wiggin, and Daniel Worthington rounding out the current top 5 here in the Truck Series. Out on track right now from Somerset, Wisconsin is going to be Alan Durango in that 4 machine. See what kind of a lap time he could put down. Our top 5 on track right now is going to be Wes Wiggin, buddy.
I'm so sorry, BJ, laughing. You know, we're streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Brett Wheeler is streaming a game right now, and it says, your video is blocked, can't be viewed in Russia.
Alrighty then.
I had to laugh at that.
Adam Lang going to go second quick. Buddy Sally, third quick. Alan Duranko's going to time in fourth quick. I believe that was on his second lap. Yes, it was. So Alan Duranko, fourth quick. Jonah Colbert drops down to fifth quick. Peyton Hubbard rolling out on track right now from Mocksville, North Carolina. What difference does it make if they can see our stream in Russia? How many people do we have watching in Russia anyways?
I don't know. Apparently it's blocked.
Well, sorry, Russians. We'll just try watching on a different page.
But speaking of Peyton Hubbard in the Next Level Racing, sponsoring the Hard Charger Clean Driver Award, Next Level Racing is tonight. Give a shout out to that team as Peyton Hubbard is on the racing surface of Mocksville, North Carolina, as BJ said. As he takes the green flag for his first time lap. Also on the racing surface in truck number 17 is Cody Anderson. Anderson from Illinois in the 17 truck. Sean Kaiser right there to 24 out there.
Can we just go back really quickly? Did you say Illinois? An S? Illinois.
Illinois.
Making a few mistakes out here early, aren't you?
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something.
Well, let me tell you something. Taylor Peacock just took it straight to the pole here. He's out front now just by a very small margin, but enough to get him out there on the pole.
It is pronounced Illinois.
Yeah, that's what I said. Illinois. Steve said Illinois.
There's no. I did say Illinois.
The S is silent.
Looking at it. But speaking of that, since we heard him,
I was correct.
Something. You were correct.
I was correct.
Oh, my bad.
He says, "Oh, my bad." We'll get to see a little bit of behind the scenes work of how the broadcast works and things that we got to do.
That is true. We got to fix that after qualifying. But right now, Bentley McFarland out the track on the 14. We'll fix that right when we get to our starting grid. Cody Farrell on the 8 machine.
I'm just the pit road reporter.
Yeah, I'm watching a lot of the drivers. It looks like they're taking their second lap as their fast lap as they're running high, and that generates momentum, getting them some pretty good lap times out there tonight.
It's definitely going to be a way to go here at Michigan. Very, very high-speed track. If I'm not mistaken, one of the fastest tracks on the NASCAR circuits. These guys able to carry a lot of momentum, good solid banking, good sweeping turns, able to carry tons of momentum around the corners. Takes them a while to get up speed. That's why on lap number 1, we'll see them run the high side and dive down off turn number 4 most of the time to get their momentum rolling and really get a good lap time set down for lap number 2. Right now, Taylor Peacock, as Mikey mentioned a moment ago, quick time West Wiggins second, Adam Lang third, Buddy Sally. If we could get a confirmation on that, that'd be great. And Ed Osborne in 5th. I'm pretty sure it's Saley.
I know. I mean, right now, our pit road reporter, Jason Collins.
Buddy Salee, I believe.
There you go.
I think he said it's almost pronounced like Sally, but it's like Salee.
Salee. Got it.
Right now, our pit road reporter, Jason Collins, he's very devastated that we're not broadcasting live in Russia right now. I mean, this was breaking news just a few minutes ago. Mikey, what do you think about that?
I'm a big hockey guy, and the Carolina Hurricanes have 2 Russian players, Andrei Svechnikov and Pyotr Kochetkov, and I'm sure that they're very disappointed that they could not tune in tonight.
Definitely. Well, 26 drivers of the 39 have timed in so far. Mark Gilbert, Josh Clemens, Ron Morris Jr., Will Weber, Derek Puckett, Josh Holt, Drew Kroll. Then you got George Gibbs, Michael Robinson, Devin Scroggins, Brian Terry, Travis Twitty, and Jeremiah Hobbs. Still have yet to put a time down, BJ, and I bet you some of them aren't going to be allowed to qualify tonight.
Yes, several of them are not going to be able to. Plus, with only 3 seconds left in qualifying, there's not really a chance to do it. Qualifying does come to an end. 39 total drivers is the count here tonight. Starting grid coming in just a moment. Probably ought to give Steve a second. Well, we go to commercial.
I gotta heal up.
All right, and we're back.
Well, Mikey, do you remember the drill?
Oh, I do remember the drill.
All right, starting tonight's front row from Indiana and truck number 81, Taylor Peacock, into the south side to the Flex Motorsports, truck number 88, Wes Wiggin.
Lining up to the inside of row number 2 from Cornerstone Motorsports number 59, Adam Lang, to his outside, Redline Motorsports number 6, Buddy Solly.
And starting in that third row right behind them, representing the Virginias tonight, we have Ed Osborne in his 42 truck. And to his outside in 6th place, we have Alan Duranco representing Flex Motorsports tonight.
And row number 4 to the inside is JC Motorsports, truck number 31, Jodo Cobert. And to his outside, the All-American Motorsports, truck number 24, Sean Kaiser.
Run number 5 to the inside, Team Reaper number 51, Ronnie Shirk. To his outside, it's the number 8 of Cody Verrill.
And in the row behind them, running the beautiful 99 Next Level Racing machine tonight, we have Peyton Hubbard. And starting at his outside, we have CJ Mason in his 54 truck.
And the row behind him, to the left and to the right, is Bobby Hall Jr., the Flex Motorsports truck number 94. To his outside, JC Motorsports truck number 25, Lucas Lyons.
Run break to the inside, JC Motorsports number 20, Dustin Reinstedel. To his outside, Next Level Racing number 2, Jeremy Vaughn.
And right behind them, we have David Brackett driving the 38 truck. And to his outside, we have Sean Kastritza driving the 46 truck tonight.
In row number 10, to the left and to the right, to be Fernando Takahashi in the RPRT 23, and the Flex Motorsports, Alex Healy in the 97.
Row number 11 on the inside, the 14 of Bentley McFarland. To his outside, WJM Motorsports number 17, Cody Anderson.
And right behind them in row 12, we have Tyler Evans driving the 77 truck tonight. And to his outside, we have Barrett Morton.
And row number 13, to the left and to the right, is Alan Jackson, the free agent in truck number 18. And Hackett Clark Motorsports car number 22, John Valentine.
Row number 14, we have Drew Parole, one of the rookies in the series, signified by that R. To his outside, High Side Hustlers, number 29, Travis Twitty.
And right behind them, starting at 29th, we have Josh Clemens. And to his outside, we're going to have Will Weber.
To the left and to the right, in 31st spots, Rod Morris Jr. to 76. And a Rod Morris Racing to his outside, Empire Motorsports, truck number 7, Jeremiah Hobbs.
Row 17, we got Brian Terry in the 13 and Devin Scroggins, another rookie, in the 71.
And right behind them, we're going to have Mark Gilbert in his 12 truck tonight. And to his outside, we have Mikkel Robinson in the 98 machine.
In the 37th spot, be Justin Holt in the 19 to his outside, ELSL Georgia. Truck number 55, George Gibbs. And Derek Puckett rounded out the field in the Texas Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your starting lineup for tonight's Rockabye Baby 75. And you know what, Mikey? There's going to be a lot of rocking going on after this race, probably.
Yeah, this track is kind of insane, and that's kind of the way, like the best way I can describe it. It's a 2-mile track. It's very wide, and there's not a ton of banking, but there's enough where you can keep a lot of throttle throughout the corners. So you're going to see these guys be really close throughout the entire night, maybe single file out a tiny bit. But the draft is, it's massive here. It's just like you're racing at Daytona. And, back when the Cup cars, when they didn't have restrictor plates and all the stuff they have now, they would reach almost 212 to 220 miles an hour going into the corners. So they were going super quick. And, this is one of the quickest tracks on the schedule. So there's a lot of throttle time. You're going to see these guys really close tonight. And there's not going to be a lot of, gaps throughout the field. I think we're going to see some great racing tonight.
DJ, your final thoughts before we go green?
I can't wait. Absolutely love Michigan, and like Mikey said, there's going to be a lot of 2-wide racing. I'm actually Googling right now to see what the fastest lap ever turned here was.
Well, Google is your best friend.
And I've gotten word that Steve, if you can turn your mic up just a bit, quiet on the YouTube side. Fastest speed ever recorded at Michigan was set in 2014 by Jeff Gordon at 206.5 miles an hour.
All right, the pace car looking to pull off down pit road. The field's in the hands of Taylor Peacock and Wes Wiggin on your front row. Green flag is out. We're racing here at Michigan for the Rockabye Baby 75. And you know what? Taylor Peacock out to the early race lead.
He got a really good jump on that start as they head down into turn number 1. Right now he's kind of left out to dry. He's by himself in the middle. It's not a position you want to be in at a high draft track. Taking a look to his inside now, Adam Lang trying to get the momentum car into the wall coming off turn number 2. Not real sure who that was, but everybody is safe and sound and continues on driving.
And going through turn 3 right here, you still see side by side throughout the field. Turn 3 is a little bit more banked, so you're going to be able to see the cars get all the way down to the bottom near that yellow line, while 1 and 2 it's going to be a little bit harder. But again, you see the draft, just really pulls the car forward, as we might have a battle here for the lead soon.
As Wes Wiggin looks to the inside of Taylor Peacock going into turn number 1. Side by side, you look at Wiggin, he's right there against the yellow line. He'll come up on the exit turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, he's your new race leader. And look at Adam Lang trying to follow pursuit as he's side by side with Taylor Peacock as we're on lap number 2 going into turn number 3. Side by side races, second on back.
Yeah, Adam Lang trying really hard to get that push from behind. Not able to get it, but he does get that second position. He's going to start slide up in front of Taylor Peacock. Peacock peeks to the inside line. Trying to move down there. Almost got loose on that one a little bit there and then had some troubles, but was able to hold on to it. Taking a look to his inside now, the 31 of Jonah Colbert. Week 1 winner. Taking a peek at 4 wide through 1 and 2 there. Looked like everybody's going to stay 2 by 2 now as they can roll off turn number 2. Top 3 now, single file out, nose to tail.
And what a move there by Adam Lang, as he actually made a massive, kind of slider. That looked like a dirt move, and he was able to put his truck right out in front. And it really looks like these guys are, in turn 1 and 2, they're trying to go to that outside, but they're not generating enough momentum right now, and it might just be the grip of the tires. These guys are really able to make the bottom work, and, we've seen 2 passes for the lead already on the bottom side of 1 and 2.
Side by side on your screen here. On the left-hand side is your front pack, and on your right-hand side is going to be mid on back as we're on lap number 4 here at Michigan for the Rockabye Baby 75. Don't forget the hard charger and tonight's clean drive reward is sponsored by Next Level Racing. Peyton Hubbard and his team, and now you see Wes Wiggin taking the lead and back away from Adam Lang. As we got, BJ, I'm expecting a lot of passes here now for the lead. Lead changes.
Absolutely. His momentum is a huge factor here. You'll see him get the draft. He'll dive to the inside, carry that momentum, and just shoot him right on by. A good move by Wes Wiggin to retake that race lead over Adam Lang. Top 3 drivers, top 5, 6 drivers now starting to single file out. Next battle going on track right now. It's with Alan Duranko and Cody Verrill. You see him just off the screen on the right screen there, or left screen right there. I mean, forgive me. Over on the right-hand side, you see battles all throughout the entire field for position 2 and even 3 wide throughout the entire field. These guys not giving it up early here tonight.
And Jonah Colbert right there is going to peek underneath Ed Osborne looking for that 4th spot. As he's been on the bottom for this entire first run as they're 3 wide now behind him. These guys just are not giving up any position right now. 4th on back, these guys have been side by side for almost, the first 5 laps at least. And, there's not really a lot of give so far.
Definitely, there's not. As BJ, I need you to do some homework. Tell me where David Brackett is right now.
David Brackett.
As you look at Wes Wiggin continue to lead, but now look at Adam Lang looking to his inside.
David Brackett is P20. Looks like.
P20. Let's see, actually 19.
19th.
Here we go. David Brackett here. We got something special. I don't think we've ever had David Brackett on here.
I don't believe we have. David Brackett's camera going to be coming on screen here momentarily. It's nice to see more drivers coming in, and right there he is.
David.
Pops up on the right side of the screen. You see him on track there on the left, running in 19th in that number. Well, he's back in 20th in the 38. Yeah. I went to look and he moved on me. It wasn't a 19th no more.
I can tell you as a driver too, it's so awesome to look at different setups and how other people drive. You see as an iPad, it looks up right there, maybe telling him telemetry or maybe the dash, and you see his keyboard over there on the left side. So he might be running triple monitors because he has that. It's so cool to look how different people set this all up, and he looks pretty comfy right now. Looks focused and looks like he's having a good race so far.
Definitely.
You know one thing, not to cut you off, but one thing he doesn't have going on there, Mikey? He doesn't have one hand on top of the wheel and the other hand on the side.
Yeah, interesting, very interesting. And as we say that, we have a 3-wide battle up there for 4th place. You can't tell. It's like the 31 truck of Jonah Colbert made it 3 wide, and it looks like he might be able to gain a position. But Jonah Colbert has been stuck on that bottom, and it seems like a lot of the trucks have kind of navigated themselves out to that 3rd line. He's not been able to make his truck get out there so far. He's lost a few positions as the car on the outside right there, just got into the outside wall. I think that was Buddy Sally who just tagged the wall there off of turn 2.
Back towards the back drive was getting a little squirrely down the back straightaway. Some of them dropped clear down to the apron. Everybody able to hold on to it. They're really surprised and impressed to see, especially after such a rough week last week. And glad to see it, but still continuing to stay green as we complete lap number 9, start lap number 10. Continuing to stay green, even though these guys are 2 and even 3 wide throughout the entire race so far.
Well, looking a little further back at 28th spot, you see Mark Gilbert there in the 12 machine, Bentley McFarland in 29th, and there's George Gibbs in the 55 machine. Hey, and there's Travis Twitty in the 29, the high side hustling machine there.
Ooh, we got a little bit of contact up here for the lead. I've been watching Adam Lang and Wes Wiggin go at it here for the last 3 laps. They're just pulling sliders on each other, moving each other out of the way, and it's allowed those guys back in 3rd, 4th, and 5th to catch right back up to them as they had a little bit of a gap before they started battling.
When you look at those drivers there, they're going to put on a show for you tonight, that's for sure. The top 5 right there, you can throw a blanket over as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. to the inside of Taylor Peacock he just says, wow.
Yeah, Bobby Hall has been on a tear at the beginning of this race. He, I think, started backing around like 15th, I think I remember, and he's already made his way up there to 3rd. He's looked really quick once the green flag dropped so far. Making your way up 10 positions at Michigan is a pretty good achievement so far, and I think he's going to be pretty happy with that as he looks for 2nd here.
Yeah, he's not done yet, that's for sure. The 94 of Bobby Hall Jr. in the Flex Motorsports. Truck number 94. Oh, Wiggin is outside wall. Peacock had to get defensive right there. As you see Wes Wiggin with some damage on the left rear bumper of that machine. As Taylor Peacock now going to peek to the outside as they come out of turn 4 down here.
That air damage for Wes Wiggin is going to be extremely crucial to how his race is going to turn out. He's going to have to try when he comes down pit road to get as much of that fix as possible. But Peacock did get a nose into his left rear corner, able to continue on though. Everybody's able to keep going. Good job by Peacock to avoid any more calamity out of that. Move his way back in that 3rd spot. Started on pole tonight. Is able to move back up. Let's take a look on board now with Jonah Colbert in the 31. Wes Wiggin continues to drop spots back. I think that's a good indication right there of the troubles that he's going to be having from the aero damage to that number 88 machine.
Yeah, and Wes Wiggins not going to be happy about that. I think Bobby saw a chance to clear himself, and Wes just had the momentum, and it looked like they just barely made a little bit of contact, and it kind of threw Wes up into the wall. Really unfortunate, but the person who kind of got away out of that has made his way up into the lead as Bobby Hall is now taking the lead of this race.
He definitely has in that number 94. As you know, looking right behind him. Look at there. There is the Ultimate Dirt TV sticker on the back of that truck. I someone in this broadcast races has won.
Ooh.
Always loved seeing that. And just taking a quick look back throughout the field, we just went 4 wide.
Yeah,
back
it was
from 17th through 20th. We were 4 wide back there. Drivers able to sort it out very quickly and continue going, but things are getting a little antsy, a little crazy back here. You can see the pack, the Hornet's Nest, way back there from Bobby Hall Jr. looking off the roof of his truck still. Like, it is getting wild and crazy back here. Drivers battling for position, so much so you see the big gap from the front pack to the rear pack, and then you've got the race leaders just starting to pull away from everybody.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact off of turn 4 last lap, and kind of looking in this pack behind Bobby, and it looked like Wes Wiggin is just falling a little bit further and further back, which is really unfortunate. But if my eyes are not deceiving me, I see a pink truck up there, which that might be Alex Healy, our points leader, and he started, I think, around like 20th, and if he's made his way up almost into the top 5, that's an amazing run for that 97 machine.
He's up 14 spots and started the race as Bobby Hall's up 12. So Alex Healy right now is the hard charger, but it's way early in tonight. But also in 23rd is, we got pit stops coming along.
A lot of drivers.
Adam Lang, Jonah Cobert, Sean Kaiser, Lucas Lyons, Tyler Evans, Peyton Hubbard, Devin Scroggins, Mark Gilbert, and George Gibbs all coming down pit road as Bobby Hall Jr. stays out. Taylor Peacock right there in second. He has Ed Osborne in his hip pocket. And there you see Alex Healy now up 16 spots in that 14th position as we're on lap number 17 here at Michigan for the Rockabye Baby 75. And you know what, BJ? They might prove us wrong. They might not be rocking no baby tonight.
Well, they might not be as things are going absolutely insane. You see a little bit of contact there on entry. That could have gotten bad real quick. Logging the brakes, everything else, trying to get in pit road as quick as possible safely and not get any penalties. Nearly ended badly for a couple of drivers right there, but able to hold on. But stage break tonight is on lap 30. Forgot to mention that one earlier. Lap 30 is the stage break. So we're just past the halfway point in stage number 1. And Steve, one thing we haven't had in any series this season, our first pit stops are under green flag.
That is true, as right now CJ Mason is now your race leader as he inherited that when Bobby Hall came down. You got Barrett Morton there coming down pit road. Well, that got stuck right there as they came down pit road. And it's going to relinquish the lead to Fernando Takahashi in the 23. And it looks like he might have ran out of gas. Or is he really that slow? What do you think, Mikey?
I don't know.
It does not sound like there is a lot of throttle coming from that truck, and I believe that Fernando is out of fuel right now as that car is coasting down the backstretch. And Michigan is such a wide abrasive track that it's just everyone has to pit around the same lap. There's just not a lot of room to pit early or pit later. You saw these guys once they hit lap 16, they hit halfway through the stage, everyone bolted towards the pits in those last 2 laps, which means that a lot of the drivers couldn't make it any further. So you're probably going to see a lot of that tonight. Maybe not taking any tires. But with the stage break coming at lap 30, splitting it in half is the right decision. That's what you saw everyone do.
You saw it. He went 18 laps as he's on lap number 19. And we're going to the cranky up cam for a lap. Coming to the start-finish line, Taylor Peacock takes the lead from Adam Lane in the 81 truck. Adam Lane now in that second spot with a 31 of Jonah Cobert, who was week number 1 winner there And then you got Sean Kaiser in the 24 and 4th, Lucas Lyons in 5th, and there's Bobby Hall Jr. in that 6th spot with Alex Heatley trailing him. But right now, Taylor Peacock, your pole sitter tonight, back to the race lead on lap number 21. And look at Jonah Colbert in that 31 truck.
Colbert doing a good job making his way back into third, now fighting for that second spot to the inside of Adam Lang. Story going on in the pits right now. Fernando Takahashi barely made it to his pit stall, coasted right on in there, got his fuel. He's coming out of pit road right now, but Jonah Colbert riding that third spot, now under attack from the 24, Sean Kaiser. Good run going for Kaiser. So he takes a look to the inside of Colbert for that third spot. Peacock still continues to lead the way, running that high line. You see the 59 of Adam Lang. He made the pass for the race lead earlier on that inside line, side by side. Momentum for Peacock is going to stay in his favor as he continues to lead.
And being out front too, you got to kind of play with the draft a little bit, which you see what Taylor's doing right now, as he's mainly sticking on that outside through and off the corner, and that's really allowing him to gain a lot of momentum. As a 3 wide now for second, as it looks like Jonah Colbert threw that truck right in the middle of both those cars, and he's gonna maybe contest here for second place.
He's a trying, that's for sure. In that 31 truck right there, you see him. He's on the bottom of the 81 right there, midway, as you see Jonah Colbert coming off of turn number 4. And look out, there is Adam Lang in his hip pocket battling with Sean Kaiser. Kaiser to the inside of the lane. Lucas Lyons sitting there in that 5th spot. As now you see Jonah Colbert. He's going to duck to the bottom as they go in this turn here. But right now, Taylor Peacock seems pretty strong on the outside.
Yeah, looking strong and comfortable as he head down the back straight. And as Mikey said, you see him playing with the draft, pulled down a little bit to get away from the drivers behind him, to get them off of his draft for just a split second, and pulled back up. It allowed him to keep his momentum and cause Jonah Colbert in that second spot to lose a little bit of momentum, to lose a little bit of that slipstream off the back of Peacock's car. Top 3, top 4 continue to stay single file out. Peacock, Colbert, Lang, Kaiser. Battle going on for that 5th spot side by side right now is going to be Lucas Lyons and Bobby Hall Jr.
Yeah, and Colbert's made that inside work all night. He's been one of the trucks that you've seen down there constantly, and he might have to change his game up a little bit as we're coming to the stage break in about 5.5 laps now. As you see him making that move down low, and see if he can get it to stick. He's not been able to really get it, but he's so strong through the center of the corner that he can just get that truck out there, and let's see if he can slide up in front of him, and he will do it. Colbert is going to take the lead, but a big crossover move now here from Taylor Peacock, as this is going to allow Sean Kaiser to catch up in the 24 machine, pinching him down the straightaway as they enter turn 1.
When you see them side by side racing, and this.
Oh, that's going to get tight. Woo! Rubbin's racing, man. Oof.
That is true. Rubbin is racing, and Mikey, asphalt takes you to racing. You know that?
Asphalt is how we get there, and dirt's where the racing begins.
Yep.
Speaking of that, we'll have some dirt tracks along the way this season, Mikey. Better start practicing now. Do us proud.
Last season I actually, exceeded my expectations at Bristol. So you know what, I can't promise anything well, but the dirt tracks are super fun, especially, it's a whole different thing, driving a stock car on dirt versus like a car that's, used frequently on dirt. So either way, it's really fun. I think, I'm not great at it, but a lot of these guys, especially a lot of the guys that y'all have on EDTV out there, every Sunday night and all that, they're so good. It's so amazing to watch them.
Well, right now we're on board with David Brackett, a little more time, currently running in a 16th spot right ahead of this Peyton Hubbard in that Next Level Racing machine there. Sponsored by our Charger Crew Dropper Award, NLR, my bad. Get that confused with our instant replay. As you look at David Brackett, looking a little racy there with Peyton Hubbard. He looks to the inside. Hubbard right there in that middle group. David.
calm, cool, and collective in that seat right now.
Yeah,
Laser focus.
he is. I mean, we see the sweat coming off the forehead.
Yeah, and my hand on top of the wheel too.
Yeah.
White knuckle. Whoop. I just talked my.
As right now, Coburts continues to lead. Sean Kaiser and Peacock battling side by side. Battle for second between those two machines. Peacock battling back on the outside. Just when you think Kaiser has it, Peacock battles back. Now Peacock clears him, goes to the... I don't know what you call that move there.
That was we're both trying to get in this lane, and they're both trying to get behind Colbert there as the pit lane entrances are now closed. They're coming to the stage break here, and these guys are trying to get all the points they can get.
Definitely, as you see right here, the white flag is waving. Next time by will be the stage break. Jonah Colbert, the race leader, into 31. But you know what? Stage points for the top 10. And you've got to think Peacock, he's not happy with that second place of points in the stage break. He wants that win, stage win, to get more points. But now look at Kaiser to the inside of him. A power move by him as they go into turn number 3.
Yeah, Taylor had a little slip up there and just allowed Kaiser to get right underneath him as they battled there for second.
As they come out of turn number 4, BJ, you got it.
Jonah Perkins off turn number 4. He's going to win stage number 1. Pick up those 10 points for winning the stage, and that all valuable 1 bonus point for the playoffs. Sean Kaiser's going to roll off second. Taylor Peacock third. Adam Lang fourth. Lucas Lyons fifth. Alex Healy sixth. Bobby Hall Jr. seventh. Alan Duranco eighth. Mark Gilbert ninth. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Barrett Morton.
All right, as they'll catch up to the pace vehicle, BJ's going to Morse code the results to Russia. I mean, that's sad when half our fans can't watch the race.
I am really curious about that, though. Why would it be blocked in Russia now, 1? And 2, I want to see the statistics of how many views we actually have in Russia, because now I'm curious, because I've seen on Facebook side that it does show country viewership, and we've got a lot from several other countries a lot of times. I'm curious as to whether or not we got any from Russia.
Well, they caught up to the pace car. Colton Hobart, Jonah Colbert.
There we go.
Sean Kaiser. I'll rename every one of these people by end of the race. It's okay. You know, I'm running a very little sleep. Me and BJ stayed up very late last night. And with some other people, trying to work out some other details and for something in the future. And yeah, a lot of us didn't get to sleep in like BJ got to.
I unfortunately did not sleep in much. I would have liked to have slept in more, but I woke up in a panic and then couldn't go back to sleep after I was told not to worry about it. But everybody's got to roll down pit road here.
Fall out the chair?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a rogue water bottle situation.
Oh, to have had that on camera would have been awesome.
Yeah. I threw my water bottle across the room accidentally, but we have some yellow flag pit stops here, and this is a great time for these drivers to pick up track position. This would be the best time to hit your pit perfectly.
As you see, drivers coming up back off of pit road, and first off pit road will be Jonah Colbert, Lucas Lyons, Taylor Peacock, Sean Kaiser, Alex Healy, Alan Duranco, Adam Lane, Cody Farrell, Barrett Morton, and Mark Gilbert. Top 10 off of pit road.
I feel like we haven't talked about Lucas Lyons a lot tonight. He finished top 6 there on that stage break, and he's made his way into the top 10 very early and was able to gain a lot of track position off his green flag pit stop. Made his way now up to second after his pit stops. He's got to be loving it up there now.
a really impressive job on that pit stop roll out of there, and it actually looks like third as they did swap positions there, I do believe. I think Peacock took back over that second spot, but really good job to get on pit road, get his pit stop, and get off. He does not even have the fastest pit stop of the top three. Peacock with the fastest pit stop of the top five, actually, rolling in that second position. So that was all on entry and exit to have the pit stop be able to get him up there into that third spot.
Yeah, now looking at, a lot of the drivers out here tonight, a lot of the guys who are in the top 10 have, made their way from the back. Mark Gilbert, who finished 9th in the last stage, started 35th, and he ended up finishing 9th that last stage, which was insane at Michigan. Alex Healy made his way up there. We saw Sean Kaiser, Barrett Morton, Sean Kastritza. All these guys have made their way up into that top 10, or at least, contending for a top 10 tonight. And, they've done a great job. I think once, the runs start to extend a little bit, these drivers start to get separated. And I think, as coming up, as there's no more, mandatory cautions, these guys are going to have to gain track position. So we might see a little bit of a hard racing here like we just saw in the beginning of that first stage.
Well, the lights are out. We're fixing to let them loose out of turn number 4. The cars are racked and stacked and ready to go back racing. For the first time, we went green to checkered in the stage this season in Indy Series. That's something to look forward. We got to look forward to tonight, and it got completed in a Rockabye Baby 75. Arnie, the iRacing flagman, has that green flag in his right hand, getting ready to wave it up and down. That pace car looking to make that left-hand turn. Jonah Colbert, your car in control as they come into the Geico restart zone. He fires. We're back to racing here on lap number 35 as he's getting pushed by Lucas Lyons. Lyons looking really strong, as Mikey Dillon Jr. says. And also look at Alex Healy battling with Taylor Peacock. Healy to the inside of Peacock as he's going to clear him out. Peacock falls back to the spot. Sean Kaiser in 5th. That is your top 5 as you see your top 8 single filed out. Barrett Morton right there. There's Alan DeRocco, Cody Verrill, and the 46 of Sean Kastritza, your top 10. Mark Gilbert in the top sheet. Running in the left. Bobby Hall Jr. He led some laps here. Looked strong early on. Oh, the 12 got loose. Wow.
What a save by Mark. He got really loose there. His nose was facing pit road. That was a great save not to loop it there in front of the field. And that's something that we've not seen tonight. The understeer off the corners. That's probably the first time I've seen it. But Michigan, a newly paved track, or at least, within like the last, 5 years, this track tends to, sometimes catch you off guard like that. You'll see some trucks, just kind of randomly lose it, especially behind another truck.
Definitely look at Sean Kaiser at the spot. Look at the inside of Taylor Peacock. He does have that 4th spot coming out of turn 4 there now alongside Alex Healy. So right now, Sean Kaiser looking really strong. As Healy battles back on the outside as we're on lap number 37 here at Michigan for the Rockabye Baby 75. And that got a little hairy there between the 25 and the 80.
It did. Taylor Peacock nearly come down into the left rear quarter of Sean Kaiser there. That could have ended very badly, but he made a quick correction, was able to hold on to it. Everybody continues on and is running all right. Kaiser now falls back and is in danger of losing that 5th spot, as right now it scores Adam Lang in 5th. He's working his way around. Looking a little further back through the field, there's Bobby Hall Jr. We've seen him up towards the front earlier, now riding in that 11th spot. Fell back quite a bit there as he's under attack right now from the 38 David back to his outside.
And Jeremy Vaughn had his car turned in the entry of turn 3 facing the inside wall. And we saw another amazing save. I don't know if y'all caught that or not, but they were back there 3 wide and he got really loose. And these guys are running hard. We actually just saw the fastest lap get put down by Cody Anderson back in 12th as he ran a 39.64. But these guys are really starting to push for that track position. As you see, the top 7, 8 cars have already broken away from the rest of the field.
As you look right there, there you see Sean Kostritza now looking to the inside of the fourth of Alan DeRocco. But DeRocco just really strong right there in the 6th position. Alex going to the inside of the 59 of Adam Lang. Lang in that 3rd position. A little further back, you look at David Brackett. Right now, he's up 4 spots in that 13th position. And there's Jeremy Vaughn Racing in truck number 2. What a heartbreak he had last week, PJ. Leading and on the restart. A Will Hop.
Yeah, things did not go his way, and it was an interesting trend, I guess you could say. Restart after restart on the outside of, I believe it was the 15 truck. Can't remember who it was, but I believe it was the 15. Oh, and it looked about like
Cody
that.
Verrill in the wall. Another car in the wall pretty hard. Ooh. I believe that is Justin Holt. Ooh, we got a spin in turn 3. Big crash. One car turned around in front of the field. They're still wrecking.
Oh.
Jeremy, I believe it was
Derek
I'm
Puckett.
not sure. I believe it was Hobbs that claimed it.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Hobbs in a 7, I believe, is the one that claimed the caution right there, claimed fault. Take a look here at our NLRA instant replay. Just gets in the left rear of the 3. Sends the 3 round, collecting several trucks.
Travis Twitty, nowhere to go. See, the one car, nowhere to go.
That's a little bit more than right side romance and left side loving going on there between those 2 drivers.
Yeah, just a really unfortunate kind of situation there. I think maybe Jeremiah Hobbs there, who's in the 7 truck, it looked like maybe he thought that Derek was going to be a little bit higher, maybe a little bit closer to the wall, and just kind of turned a little bit into him, just enough to clip him entering the corner. And, after that, nowhere to go for a lot of these trucks is, Travis was on the gas trying to escape on the outside, just nowhere to go. I think the 8 truck of Cody Verrill got caught up in that as well. A lot of trucks involved in that first wreck right there.
As we continue pacing here on lap number 42, Jonah Colbert leads the way over Lucas Lyons. 3rd place, Adam Lang. Alex Healy in 4th, and Alan Duranco in 5th. The biggest mover as of right now, up 25 spots with the pit stops here under caution, is going to be Devin Scroggins in that 71 truck.
Choo-choo. As we're under caution here for the first time of the night. Right now we're on lap number 42 of 75. Jonah Colbert, Lucas Lyons, Adam Lang, Alex Healy, and Alan Duranco, your top 5 here for the Rockabye Baby 75. After that wreck, someone's going to be rocking somebody's sleep tonight.
Absolutely.
Mikey, when you hit that hard, who rocks you to bed?
Oh, this is a question I've never been asked before. We're just gonna leave that unanswered.
Okay.
I have no information to contribute to this conversation.
He's like, they're going to use it against me on Wednesday night.
Yep.
Well, surely it could be. Is it more exciting than Alex Healy?
There's not a lot of people that are more exciting than Alex Healy.
His
I'll tell you
wife
that.
broke the internet.
Yeah, we know. I think we were all there, Steve. You can go check that out in the Bluegrass iRacing Series weekly podcast.
Yeah.
If you'd like to go see
Where would
what
they
we
find
were
the
talking about.
podcast? Where would they find the podcast they're watching at home? Where would they go, Mikey?
Oh, you just go right onto the Bluegrass iRacing Series YouTube, or you can find them on Spotify if you look up Bluegrass iRacing Series. You can find all 12 podcasts that have so far been made. We started making them at the end of last season into the beginning of this season. They're amazing. Alex Healy, Jason Collins, who's also our league owner, they do such an amazing job every single week on it. They've had a few people come in. Keith Hackney was in there last week. Just talk about Bluegrass iRacing Series racing, Cup Series racing in real life. They do a fantastic job of, talking about, what's going on in both. But these guys, we already got one caution here, and cautions breed cautions, and these guys are pushing really hard right now. So this is going to be interesting on this restart here. This may be one of the most important restarts on the race.
Well, Mikey, do us the honors. Bring us to the green.
All right, drivers are coming down. Jonah Colbert, Lucas Lyons lead us down to the Geico restart zone, and the green flag is out. Barney's waving the flag, and pretty even restart between the first two.
Yes, it is. Good start there. Look at Jonah Colbert to the race lead as Lucas Lyons falls right behind him as they go into turn number 1. So, question for you: how many times has Barney gave you the no-no stick?
Not yet, thankfully.
This season.
We're gonna keep it that way.
But Lucas Lyons and Jonah Colbert just went back and double-checked. Those two are teammates, so they are working together, coordinating their restarts. That's why we're able to see such good restarts out of those two drivers. Things are working really good in their favor right now. Lucas Lyons right in that second spot. He's able to hold drivers back for Jonah Colbert right now and clear the way for him. You might say, just working together, driving a smart drive as teammates out there.
Yeah, and there's nothing better than having a teammate in your rear view mirror. And Adam Lang, who's been up there all night, I don't think he's gonna, really care if these guys are teammates. He has been racing hard all night. He is now looking for second place, but that inside hasn't been getting a lot of momentum, especially on a little bit of used tires so far. The inside has not really been able to work, passing wise, and you see a lot of the front guys right now on that bottom side, as it looks like Alex Healy is under attack now from Sean Kostritza for 4th place.
Sean Kostritza there, he's up. Let's see, 13 spots. Alex Healy up 16. So those two drivers having a good run tonight. Lucas Lyons up 12, but you could throw a blanket over the top 7. Might have to be a big blanket, but you could definitely throw one over. And the 77, that is Tyler Evans. Not too sure what he was thinking, but he got loose, it looked like. And look at the 2 of Jeremy Vaughn. Moves up that 6th spot. He got 2 for the price of 1 in that turn. As Devin Scroggins in the 71 there in that 7th spot. Taylor Peacock has fallen back to the 8th position. He's under heavy pressure.
A good move for Jeremy Vaughn to get rolling and get moving up there. You see 3 wide battle going on the left-hand side of your screen right now. That's up towards the front of the pack, right-hand side, back towards the back. But good racing all the way around. And, quick little statistic for you. Sean Kostritza riding right now in that 5th spot, having a good run for himself in this series. He sits in 8th position into points. But, Steve, he's in 2nd over on the Xfinity side.
He is. He's actually did a good job. Picked up his first win last season at Martinsville. And what a neat little driver, or not little driver, but a neat driver to talk to and get to know. I mean, but you know what? We tend, BJ, to surround ourselves around the best. I mean, we have Mikey that won a handful of races last season that's here in the booth with us tonight.
Yeah, but he's only the 2nd winningest driver of Bluegrass last season.
Correct. That's true.
Well,
Speaking of being up front, though, our Truck Series points leader, Alex Healy, he's been really consistent through the first 2 races, which, Pocono and New Hampshire are 2 tracks that are really difficult to, be consistent at. They're just kind of, tracks that, it's really hard to dominate the race because everyone is kind of more even. And coming into Michigan, it's kind of the same way. I mean, all 3 tracks, like New Hampshire is a hard track where you're going to see maybe a lot of wrecks, a lot of, drivers throwing it in. You're going to see Pocono long straightaways. It feels like you're taking forever because of, trying to get to the corners and then they come up so quick. Michigan, it feels almost like you're at another plate track. So you got 3 completely different tracks. And, the versatility of Alex Healy to come out here and, run top 5 in both races this season. And now he's out in top 5 here at Michigan. He started the season off exactly how you want to start off. So good job for that number 97 truck.
Consistency. That's the key to win championships. Consistency. As we're back on board with David Brackett, our Bluegrass Live look-in. David Brackett in at the number 38 machine, currently running in the 18th spot, battling with the 9 of Brett Morton to his inside as they head down the back straightaway. Talk about a driver. He's had a couple of good runs last season, and he's trying to rally some up this season.
Yeah, he definitely is having a decent run for himself right now. He's continuing to stay calm. He's not up towards the front right now. He's actually back where he started. David Brackett is back 17th. He started in 17th. He's staying consistent. He's trying to work his way forward little by little. We saw him a little forward earlier in the race. Ooh, big bobble out of the 97 of Alex Healy. Not real sure if there was something contributing to that or not, but Sean Kostritza.
Sean Kostritza got a little bit tight off the corner and had to check up, and Alex Healy was all over him off the corner. Great heads-up driving by them. And to speak up on David Brackett's consistency, he finished 19th and 20th at Pocono in New Hampshire. So, obviously I could do a little bit better, but he's up in 17th right now, which, is a better spot than he was last week. But he's also, I think he's really taking it nice, cool and collected right now. He's not really a lot of drivers around him. So David Brackett's doing a fantastic job tonight. But what's not really in a lot of space right now is the top 10 drivers. I think the first top 10 right now are all under a second of one another.
Well, I can tell you this: if anyone in the top 4 farts, the ass blaster of Alex Healy is going to have to come out.
Yeah, and a lot of drivers are calling their pits right now, and you see a few of the top guys, including Colbert, going to the pits right now.
Both of the top 2 drivers go on pit road. That relinquishes the lead over to Sean Kostritz. That is the first of our green flag pit stops for stage number 2. Alex Healy, Sean Kostritz, Jeremy Vaughn, Adam Lang, and Devin Scroggins. Right now, your current top 577. Tyler Evans back in 9th, calls out his pit stop. Adam Lang out of 4th, calls out his pit stop for this time. Drivers 3 wide behind the top 4. Vaughn calls his pit stop out of 3rd now.
Look, coming out turn number 4. Oh, a little tight there. Coming down pit road, the 46 of Sean Kostritz. Then you see Adam Lang in the 59. Jeremy Vaughn, the 71 of Scroggins right there coming down. The 77 of Evans. All coming down pit road to make their pit stop, as right now Alex Healy stays out while they're doing their pit stops. We're going to thank the fine sponsors here at Bluegrass. The Huffman Designs Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Kinder Performance, J&J Gaming. Elevated Outdoors, Next Level Racing. All sponsors with the Bluegrass iRacing Series, and you want to be a part of it, make sure to get a hold of Jason Collins on the Facebook side. You can message the league page. They can tell you how to become a race sponsor or hard charger sponsor throughout this season. That's now Taylor Peacock and Bobby Hall. Hall now takes the lead away from the 81 of Peacock. Ronnie Shirk there in the 51, currently in 3rd. There is Cody Anderson and Ed Osborne, your top 5. There's Drew Parole in 6th. David Brackett now in that 7th spot. Sean Kaiser, Jeremiah Hobbs, and Bentley McFarland in the top 10. As BJ, whoa, Nelly, what's going on here? There we go. We saw Bobby Hall. He had a little contact with the 81 there, looked like.
Things got a little hairy there, but both drivers get it corrected and able to continue on. Only dropping back a few spots out of it.
Oh, we got a car on the wall in the back right there. Someone's on the apron, couldn't tell who that was.
That looks like, let's see here, the 51 one of Ruddy Shirk. Ruddy Shirk getting down the outside wall of turn number 2. There's David Brackett. And BJ, we're going to throw this on the board. Your pit strategies. So Peacock, Hall, Anderson, Osborne, Rowe, Brackett, Shirk. 15 laps since our last pit stop.
Yeah, and really quickly to point out on this, there's only 19 laps to go. So these guys right here are going to try to... Ooh, another car in the wall right there. They're going to try to stay out as long as they can, and then they're going to pit whenever they have to. The reason why is because they may be able to make it to the end of the race while the people... And never mind, I just jinxed it. Caution's out.
Jeremy Vaughn stuck an outside wall. Someone just made contact with him.
Yeah. I believe he was the car that we saw on the wall off of turn 2.
Not the position he wants to be in. You see him, they're very slow up against the wall out of turn 2. Ooh, drivers, hard hit. Who was that? Really hard hit coming off of turn 2 there.
Yeah, damage all over that truck.
We'll see here in just a second. There's the hit. See if we can catch the number on the side of that truck. No, we cannot. It is blocked. It's always something.
You're talking about the car that was up into the wall right there?
The one that hit him coming by.
Let me see. Jeremy Vaughn, I'm not really sure what happened. It looks like he just kind of got tight off the corner, went up into the wall.
Trying to figure out who that was that clipped him coming by off of turn 2. Gave him a real hard hit in the side. So looks as though there was, we'll call it a connection contact, according to race control coming up through turns 1 and 2. Looks as though there's no contact, but there was a connection contact is what we'll call it.
It looked like the 13 truck of
13
Ryan.
or 19?
Well, let's see here. Those 13. So let's try 19.
It is the...
Not the 19.
It was the red truck, correct?
That's right.
Yes, it was a red truck. It looked like either a 13 or a 19. Do we have an 18? Let's try 18 of Aaron Jackson. If I remember right, Aaron Jackson was in an 18 last week. Or in a red truck last week.
Is in the 18.
Yeah, I believe last week. Yeah, right there he is.
And you see the damage right over that quarter panel.
So as hard as that hit looked, got away with very minimal damage comparatively. So lucky break for him. It does look as though Jeremy Vaughn is going to call it quits, I do believe.
So, Mikey, now everyone can make it.
Theoretically, everyone should be able to make it. If you were the car out front this entire run, maybe a little bit harder, but right now if you're under caution, you just took tires, you just took fuel, you are saving as much fuel as you can. As we're coming to, I think, 16 laps to go here under yellow, these guys were making it around 17 laps, the 18 laps at most under green flag. So pitting in with 18 laps to go, coming around, going to green with 16 laps to go, I still think if you're one of these drivers, you're going to have to save a little bit of fuel. And the last place you want to be is right out front because that's where you're going to use the most fuel. So, honestly, I'm not really sure. As you see on the board right here, I mean, 18, we've seen, it looks like Jeremiah Hobbs went 19 laps. So, I don't know if these drivers are going to be able to push 17 to 18 laps, but if I'm them, I'm trying to save as much fuel just in case, because if we do end up going into a Bluegrass iRacing overtime, you're not going to have enough fuel. But hopefully we can go green the rest of the way, and this is where things are going to get exciting. I think everyone knows that it is go time. You need to get up to the front.
Well, who's really going to benefit, BJ, is Bobby Hall Jr., because look at everybody else where they restart. It was a run in the front.
Yeah.
Alex Healy in 21st. You got Adam Lang in 20th there.
Yeah, Bobby Hall Jr. is definitely sitting in really good position, to come home with a race win. And overtime was my concern as far as fuel goes, as Mikey Neal Jr. here mentioned. But, we'll see what just happens, Steve.
Well, hold those belts tight. We're going back racing one more time as they bring us down to the Geico restart zone. The field's in the hands of Taylor Peacock. Green flag is a waving with Barney, the iRacing flagman. Good start for Peacock. Anderson right there into 17, getting pushed by Bobby Hall Jr. Hall looks a little bit more. He's going to try to dig it deep and sell it cheap out of turn number 2. Hall up to that 3rd spot out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, pulls alongside Ed Osborne, but Ed's getting pushed by Cody Anderson there in the 17 machine. Bobby Hall trying to make that bottom line work as best as it can.
And Bobby knows that it is
got a big
go
wreck in the
time now
back.
as he moves his way into that 2nd spot. 3 cars all grouped together. Oh, nearly a 4th one involved in there right there. You see the 7 of Jeremiah Hobbs involved in that one, and that Raz number 7 Toyota. Heavy damage all across that truck. We'll take a look at the instant replay right here. Looks like he just starts coming down the track. He's running about the 3rd groove up on entry. Starts coming down into the side of the 99 of Peyton Hubbard, I believe that was.
There's Lang right there.
59 of Lang.
Yeah, it looked like it was him and Joshua Clemens, and Joshua Clemens was just kind of coming down the track right there, maybe just trying to run his line. And I don't think Adam ever saw him and just got right up into him. Alex Healy, great job to avoid that wreck, but the 28 goes right back up in front of the field, nowhere to go for a lot of the drivers.
Did not realize that we had 2 7s in the field, but you are correct. That was Josh Clemens.
No, we're always correct.
Well, yeah, I know, but
So if you're Taylor Peacock, and that's something we got to really think. If you're Taylor Peacock, you know that 94 is strong. Mikey, if you're Taylor, what's your best strategy for this restart?
You keep him behind you. That's all you got to do.
How you going to do that? So
Simple as
how he's
that.
going to pick where he's going to restart, inside or out? What would be the best way to choose?
ooh,
Based off the way that you have it right now, Bobby Hall looks really good on that inside. And what you want to do is probably, I just put him on your outside here, start on the inside. And, see, I mean, it's really weird because Michigan is such a wide track that you can make the outside, you can make the middle, you can make the inside work. But if I'm Taylor right now, I would probably just go ahead and take the inside just because, you know, it's normally what you'd do here. You'd be able to kind of clear up, and you'd have them side by side. Don't give Bobby that bottom where he's been running all night. But if you give him the top, you know, he can just pinch the third-place driver on his inside, just get the momentum off the corner. So either way, you know, starting in second is kind of an advantage whether you're inside or outside. I don't really think it's going to matter here just because it's such a big track, and he's going to probably be able to, you know, suck his truck right back up to him by the time they get down the back straightaway.
but here is the catch as well. You talk about Bobby Hall Jr. being strong on the inside. Taylor Peacock's been really strong on the outside, too. He's been running that second, third groove up there, and he's been really strong all night long running up there. So do you choose the line that you've been strong in, or choose the line that your opponent's been strong in and try to take it away from him?
I would say more of you just got to get it. You just got to get a really good start here. No matter where you start, you can get your truck to the outside. If you get a good start on the inside, you get your truck right back to the outside. But I would say you want to block Bobby's line. And Bobby is, like I said, has been so strong on the inside. That's where he's been picking cars off. I think that's the spot that you have to go here. And it looks like he is going to, Taylor is going to take the bottom, which I think is the correct choice. You know, put Bobby on the outside, throw him out of his comfort zone a little bit and see what happens. Either way, Bobby's a really, really good driver. We saw him contention for the championship last season. No matter where you put him, it's not really going to be good because you know he's going to be on your bumper out of the corner no matter what. So the only other thing is that there are 30 other guys right behind him trying to do the exact same thing of getting in front of all these guys. So, you know, I really wouldn't it's going to be really hard to call anything here. But I think Taylor's doing the correct decision here, starting on that inside and making Bobby work for it.
Well, we're going to ride along, coming to the green with David Brackett. If you look at him, he's currently running in that 7th spot, actually 8th spot. Jeremiah Hobbs to his inside. Look at the 51, the ruddy shirt there. He had a lot of right side romance going on in that machine at some points tonight.
Yeah, I see a lot of damage out there. Probably a little bit of a wall scrape or a car scrape. But base car's off, and we're about to go green once again.
Peacock bringing us back to Geico restart zone. There he is in the zone. Green flag is out, man. Not a good start out of David Brackett on that one. Very, very slow on the restart. And caution flag comes right back out. That is for the 23. Believe Fernando Takahashi in the 23. Mistaken? Yes, it is. Sitting facing the wrong direction on the inside of the track down there.
Ooh. That is called a classic restart. Looks like the inside line is going to get checked up here. And, once one person gets checked up, the entire line gets checked up. Someone didn't see it. It looked like they maybe tried to make an abrasive move and just made contact.
So we're looking at it here in slow motion, try to figure out exactly where the checkup came from. Looks like, I believe that's Wes Wiggin there diving down.
Yep, Wes Wiggin and 23, and I believe that was the 55 of George Gibbs getting into Takahashi.
And didn't really have anywhere to go for Gibbs right there. Just
So let me ask you this, because the caution came right out, I believe timing and scoring has Bobby Hall, I believe. We'll have to wait and see.
He would be in P3, it looked like, because I think Ed Osborne had cleared Bobby on the restart there, so I think Bobby might be falling back to second, or back to third, unless it gives him second back.
So if he's in third, and you're Taylor Peacock, that's your strongest competitor. You restart on the inside with Bobby, or do you flop it?
Nope. I'm going outside on this one. I'd have to say I'd restart outside, knowing that I'm going to have the advantage on the jump over second place. And second place, if I restart on the outside, is going to be in front of Bobby Hall Jr. and hold him back on the start. So I'd have to say outside on this restart.
See, I think no matter where you start, Ed is a fantastic driver. I'm not sure if him and Taylor are teammates or not, but either way, I think Ed is going to, do his best to try to get the lead here, especially with 9 laps to go. Teammates don't really matter at this point. They might matter on restarts, but other than that, you've got to go for the win here. And, even though you have Bobby out there in third, you have Cody Anderson, who's been strong all night, running top 10, has made his way into the top 5. He is now in 4th place. But do you want him behind you? And, I think Cody's top 5 in points right now. So, and you still got Sean Kaiser, Ronnie Shirk, Jeremiah Hobbs, CJ Mason. All those guys are still right there as well. No matter what you do here, I think you have a lot of people who are super fast. So either way, you just got to put your truck out front. That's all you can really do at this point.
I can confirm that Ed Osborne and Taylor Peacock are at least in chat together. I'm not sure whether or not they're teammates, but they are at least in chat together. They are working together tonight. Bobby Hall Jr.
No, they're talking about lunch tomorrow.
Oh, well, just because they're in chat together doesn't mean they're teammates. 2 teams can work together. But looks as though Peacock is going to choose the inside in front of Bobby Hall Jr. But Ned Osborne out to the outside in front of Cody Anderson. This is going to make for a really interesting restart. Under 10 to go now. When we go back green, will be 7 laps to go. So things are starting to look really interesting, starting to get really tight here for the race win.
I think Bobby Hall takes a 3 wide for the win.
I think if you're anyone up there, you've got to take it 3 wide because the only place to go right now is forward. And, with 7 laps to go, 6 laps to go, what are we at? Or no, we're at 8 laps to go, going to 7 laps. You have to go forward. That's the only place you can go. So I think we're going to see a lot of 3 wide right here, a lot of, pushing. We've seen a lot of guys who kind of lay off their bumper. This time you've got to push. You've got to get them forward. And out of all that, you've got to get yourself forward as well. So there's no give now. We're all gas. So, and at this point, with a few cautions, fuel isn't really an issue anymore. So let's see what the story goes, or let's see how it tells the story here.
Whoa!
Oh, brake check.
That was different.
Probably just an accidental downshift from 4th into 1st right there. That's what I'm guessing that was.
It was a backwards draft. There you go.
Yeah.
The pace car pull it in. The field's in the hands of Taylor Peacock as they come down to the Geico restart zone. 7 laps to go. Oh, no.
Oh.
It's getting
What a
tight
save.
up front.
Yeah, Taylor was not in the right gear right there. Just stacked up the entire field as we got contact behind him. Ronnie Shirk making a little bit of contact, and this is what I'm talking about. 3 wide off of turn 2.
3 wide.
Driver's doing an impressive job to keep it rolling. I could have gotten really bad really fast, but everybody
3 wide
does
for
a good job.
second.
Keep going. Still 3 wide.
Cody Anderson.
Peacock trying to hold all of them off and doing so right now. This is exactly what he wants to see in his rearview mirror. 3 of the fastest guys on the track behind him battling. Bump Hall Jr. continues to hold that middle line, has the second spot at the line, but Ed Osborne fighting back on the outside. 17 of Cody Anderson's going to fall back into that 4th spot, side by side, still for second.
As they come out turn 2 down the back straightaway. Bobby Hall, he smells victory. He's going to try to go for it as he's to the inside of the 42 of Ed Osborne. Now he falls in line. The top 3 are pretty much single file. There's 4th right there, the 17 of Cody Anderson.
Ooh.
Bobby Hall goes to the bottom to the high side, and Anderson goes to the inside there. Side by side.
Ed threw a big block there, and that's going to allow Cody, but the momentum's all on the outside as Bobby's going to push Ed on that outside. Can Cody make a move here? Let's see if he can get down as Bobby's going to push him in turn 2. Cody is going to have a run here underneath the leader, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but Bobby's going to help him there on that inside as these guys battle for second.
Ed Osborne.
Bobby's not going to help him. Let me go back on that. He's going to go by him. That's what he wants to do right now. There is no time to waste as he's looking for the lead now. The yellow is out.
David Brackett involved.
Oh, man.
Looks like Martin Gilbert involved too, along with 12.
Oh.
Take a look at your NLRA instant replay.
It looks like Alex Healy right here is just going to try to go down, not clear. Your points leader is going to turn everyone around the 77 up into the fence. A lot of cars involved in that, and that's just kind of racing right there. Everyone's got to go. You don't really look if you're clear or not. And it looks like Alex Healy just thought he was clear and just was not.
There you see it, right there in front of you.
Really nowhere for Brackett to go. Had a truck to his inside. He couldn't squeeze down any further. Just right across his nose, collecting several vehicles. 77 almost rolling it as he rides right along the wall.
Tyler Evans was showing his chassis to the outside wall right there. Never a good thing. You see Alex Healy going around. Hard hits for all these guys involved, and you see they're still wrecking there. Not a lot of track for a lot of these guys to go, especially with the momentum kind of carrying towards that outside of that track. So unfortunate there, but this gives us another interesting restart to say the least.
So now if you're Taylor Peacock, it's going to be a green, white, checkered.
And this is what I was talking about. You needed some extra fuel in the car. So I'm going through the trucks right now, and I can hear all the trucks mainly off right now. These guys are in save mode. And luckily, it's only going to be extended by one extra lap, and there's been a lot of caution. So these guys should be good to go by around like 5 laps or so right now. But even though these guys are front, they're praying for no more cautions right now.
Yep, because right now they're on lap number 14 since their last pit stop. So, looks like Peacock going to choose the inside.
Fuel getting tight. Peacock, Hall, Anderson, Osborne, Kaiser, your top 5, all very fast trucks. We've seen it all season, last season, out of drivers like Osborne and Hall at just how fast they are. Peacock been fast all night, led a lot of laps. Anderson's been right in the mix, ready to get a move on. It's still anyone's game, and I expect things to get really antsy up in the top 5.
Well, Mikey, you need to Google, is Russia banned YouTube? Because, you know, if they haven't banned YouTube, all the Russian viewers can go to YouTube.
Yeah, I guess I need to get working on that. That's going to be my new job here. I'm being demoted from on-screen time to finding out why the channel's blocked in Russia.
Hey, Mikey. So, hey, Google. Hey, Mikey. Well, green and white checkered. The lights are out on the pace vehicle. Taylor Peacock will choose the inside this restart. Bobby Hall to his outside. Row number 2 be Cody Anderson, Ed Osborne. Row number 3 be Jeremiah Hobbs and Sean Kaiser, Ronnie Shirk, and Aaron Jackson. And then you have Peyton Hubbard and Justin Holt as they come out to down the back straightaway.
You know, we were just looking at that 18 truck not too while ago from that incident where the 2 car got in the wall. Look at himself right up there in 8th place. Not a bad comeback for him.
No. You look at Peyton Hubbard, his truck looks pretty clean there in that 99.
Yeah, you know, leaving out here with the clean truck, I think is a big plus, you know, especially right now. You know, this is where things are going to get antsy. So, yeah, I mean, I have no idea what to expect here. We might see a few 3 wides, a few bumpers getting put to the other trucks. So, hopefully we get a good finish here. But these guys, you know, there's no give. And the truck series is so competitive this year, I don't know what to expect.
Well, that pace car's pulled into the inside. They're going to buckle those belts one more time as Taylor Peacock will bring him to the Geico restart zone. He fires a good start. Looked like Bobby Hall maybe spun the tires a tad bit there. Good start there for Taylor Peacock as you look at Cody Anderson. Looks to his inside of Bobby Hall's ahead into turn number 1. Well, this is the start that Taylor needed, Mikey.
Yeah, but it might have been a little bit too good because right now you're going to see Bobby Hall's going to have a huge run. Luckily, they are side by side, so it's going to stall that second lane out a little bit. But Bobby Hall has a massive run down the backstretch, and he's going to look underneath him going into turn 3.
Side by side now for the race lead. Bobby Hall Jr. has the position coming off of turn number 4. Slides up in front of that. Taylor Peacock, close slide right there. Peacock coming back to the inside. Now looking 3 wide for the race lead. Cody Anderson on the bottom puts Peacock in the middle. Oh, nearly having contact down the front straightaway. Still looking 3 wide. Peacock able to regain the race lead up through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Sean Kaiser up into the outside. Whoa, big wreck on the back straightaway. Big wreck, but they're still side by side for second.
Well, Mikey, bring us home.
All right, well, here we go. Bobby Hall's going to have the run. He's going to try to get the bumper to him. Not going to be able to do it. And it looks like Anderson's not going to be able to get underneath him. Side by side for second. A little bit of contact, bumping and banging, but it's not going to be enough. Taylor Peacock's going to bring him to the checker flag. The 81 machine wins it here at Michigan.
What a good finish there between the drivers. Well, BJ, this was actually a fun little race.
That it definitely was. A lot of battles throughout the entire field. Congratulations to Peacock on the win. Hall and Anderson second and third. What a race and what a finish.
Yeah, we saw no give from any of those drivers there. They were really pushing as hard as they could, but Taylor Peacock chose the correct lines there. I don't think he could have done it much more perfect. As you know, getting stuck 3 wide was really unfortunate, but I think Bobby might have made his move just a little bit too early, maybe got a little bit tight, and just had to slide up in front of that 81, but that ultimately cost him as he had to lift off the turn 4, and that just allowed the 81 to get right underneath him, 3 wide coming to the line there, and he made a fantastic move to get Bobby Hall out of his way and stay on that outside and carry the momentum.
Well, let's take a look at your official results here on the board. Maybe. Take a look at your official results on the board. Taylor Peacock coming home with the win. Bobby Hall Jr. second, Cody Anderson third, Ronnie Shirk in fourth. Fifth is Peyton Hubbard, sixth is CJ Mason, seventh will be Justin Holt. Coming home in eighth will be Adam Lang, ninth will be Devin Scroggins, and 10th will be Sean Kostritza.
And it's going to be Barrett Morton, Brian Terrier, Lucas Lyons, Jeremiah Hobbs, Wes Wiggin, your top 15. Jonah Colbert, Sean Kaiser, Justin Reinsettle, George Gibbs, and Mark Gilbert, your top 20.
And looking at the next few drivers, Aaron Jackson is going to finish 21st, and Mikkel Robinson, David Brackett, Ed Osborne, and Fernando Takashi is going to finish the 25th, and 26th is going to be Derek Puckett, Tyler Evans, Alex Healy, Drew Prohl, and John Valentine is going to round out your top 30 tonight.
31st will be Rod Morris Jr., and Cody Verrill, 32nd. 33rd will be Bentley McFarland, Al DeRocco on 34th. 35th will be Josh Clemens, Jeremy Vaughn at 36th, Will Weber at 37th. 38th will be Buddy. How'd they say it?
Salih.
There you go. Saley. There you go. And Travis Twitty rounding out your field. We'll be right back after this quick commercial. We'll post race interviews. All right, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Bobby Hall Jr. picking up the win, and Mikey Neals caught up with your race winner.
Bobby Hall, you got a copy?
Why, yes, sir.
This is second place. I dragged the wrong person up, didn't I? I'm just really trying to make Mikey look bad. Hold on, Bobby. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
Now, here we go. My bad.
Taylor Peacock, you got a copy?
Oh, yeah, baby.
There we go. Look at that. You're all amped up, man. I could tell that. Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Great win out there. You were out front the entire race. Started on the pole. You finished first. Can't really complain out of that, especially here at Michigan where, you rely on the draft a lot of lead changes. You were able to stay out front a lot of the race and, did a fantastic job. Tell us about how your race went, man.
Man, it went perfect. I couldn't ask for better teammates to work with, better guys to race against. That was some awesome hard racing. Some of the most fun racing I've been a part of in a while. Glad to be a part of Bluegrass, that's for sure. But honestly, I come in knowing it was one of my top tracks, so I want to stay out front, get stage points, which I was able to accomplish that. I think lap 8 with 18 to go, there was a caution, and I come in out of the lead. And there's only a couple guys at pit. I was hoping it was going to stay green from there, and I would have been pretty solid. I'd have been solid on gas, but with them cautions, I was shaking. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. And that was some awesome racing coming to the white flag with Bobby and who was it? Cody? Yeah, Cody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was fun time. I had a blast.
Yeah, and speaking of them, Bobby Hall Jr., Cody Anderson, we saw Ed Osborne up there for a few minutes, Ronnie Shirk. How were you able to keep these guys behind you? Because it looked like you were able just to kind of run the right line each time, especially there on that white flag lap. You were able to make it 3 wide off of turn 4, and then you were able to keep the 2 guys behind you.
Yeah, Michigan's always been just a track I can come to and run fast. I don't know what it is about it, but I like it a lot. When Bobby got by me there right before we got to the white flag, I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough to get under him, but barely was able to eke that out. And having Ed Osborne as me and him always run together and work real well together. He was like a wingman behind me tonight.
Yeah, and y'all sure looked very synced up during the restarts. And one last question. I mean, after the first two races, you're sitting 27th in points, a little bit of a rough start. How does this help your season, go now? Because, I mean, now you won a race, put yourself in the top position. What does this mean for your season now?
Oh, it means a bunch. It's a big weight lifted off my shoulders because I didn't have very good luck at I didn't run bad at either of the tracks. I had a problem. I caused a wreck on one. On one of the races, and I got wrecked in the other. It's racing, but with that win, I ain't got to worry so much. Get to come have fun and get as much points as I can.
Well, congratulations on your win. I know you're going to celebrate tonight. You sound ecstatic about it. So, good job out there tonight. So go ahead and thank your fine sponsors.
No sponsors really, just Ed, everybody at High Side. I've been racing with those guys. They've been awesome to race with. I appreciate them a lot. Jason for putting on Bluegrass here. I had a blast tonight. I really did. It was some good racing up front. And you guys for broadcasting, can't wait to go back and watch it.
Well, thank you very much, Taylor. Congratulations on your win, man. Enjoy your night.
Have a good one, boys.
All righty, that was Taylor Peacock with the win. BJ caught up with second place finisher of Bobby Hall Jr.
Trying to caught up with the driver of the 94, Bobby Hall. Man, what a run you had tonight. What a shot you had at the lead there at one point.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of surprised on my qualifying time, but after looking at it, I mean, some pretty good times from first to 20th, all within 10th and a half or so. So competition was definitely there. Starting 13th, I was like, oh man, I don't even know if I can get to the front. But for somehow, I got to the front before first pit cycle, and I was surprised. And it was just,
I think it was. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just managing tires after that.
I think it was about lap 6 or 7. You were up inside the top 3 from 10th position. That truck was it was absolutely on rails tonight, propelling you forward.
Yeah, I mean, we were definitely, the team was caught off guard with only having 2 extra sets of tires, so that made our strategy definitely a little different. And right there before that one caution came out, me and a couple guys pitted for fuel, and we were hoping a couple more laps would have went by before the next caution. I think we would have had a few people a lap down and stirred the pot a little bit, I'd say.
You had those cautions there right at the end, knowing that you guys were close to the edge of your fuel limit when you first came down pit road there on your last pit stop. Was there a concern at any point in time for green white checkers coming, or did you have it under wraps, under control with your fuel?
Yeah, I was almost gonna repit and top off fuel, because it burnt, I don't know, like a half a gallon of gas, just trying to save. And I'm like, well, if we get no cautions, it's gonna be pretty close. But then as soon as the first caution came out, I'm like, all right, I'll save fuel. And then the next couple cautions, I'll save a little more fuel, get the back end a little freer, and hopefully stick it wide open at the end. But just not enough. Just not enough.
Definitely worked out for you to come home in second. Go ahead and thank your sponsors, Shots. Everybody help make it possible for you.
Yeah, first off, UTV for the broadcast. I decided to put the logo on my trunk of my truck like I normally do.
Yeah, we saw
A
that.
little bit of luck.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Earl Shop again for jumping on board this season again. Team Flex. Alan had some tough luck. Wes had some tough luck. Alex had some tough luck. Our new guy, Justin Holt, was doing good, for his first time. Our commander, Dan, couldn't make it tonight. The fans and sponsors that helped put this on and watching, Jason for keeping cool tonight. I think tonight was a good night of racing all around. Taylor and Cody, you know, we had some good racing right there at the end. Hope the outcome would have been a little different, but it's all good, all fun. On to Atlanta.
Hint, hint, Mikey Neal Jr., you heard that. Luck. What does he have on his car for luck? Pop quiz. Real quick, Mikey. What was it?
He doesn't have my face anywhere on the car, so that's kind of unfortunate. That's all I've got to say about this.
I tried to get him to put a UDTV sticker on there, and and he's haven't had the best of luck in the first 2 races. Mikey has it, and you just gave him a clue of what the sticker does, and he still didn't take the hint.
Yeah, I put it on last week, and the team got 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there.
Might have to invest in this.
I give my luck to the 2 women on the B posts on either side.
Yeah.
And Yoda on the truck on the back.
Well, congratulations again on your second place finish.
Thank you, guys.
All righty, coming home in third, it's Cody Anderson. Congratulations on your third place finish tonight.
Thank you.
Well, describe your night to us. I mean, you were up 19 spots, and at the end, it got a little treacherous.
Yeah, qualifying didn't go as good as I was hoping it would. I waited later in qualifying to go out and just couldn't get the run that I wanted, so I started back in 22nd, I think it was, and was just hoping that pit strategy would get me up to the front.
Definitely. I mean, and then on a green-white checkered, I mean, what was going through your head? I mean, y'all were battling. You saw Bobby, you saw Taylor. I mean, what was going through your head then?
Towards the end there, I was hoping we would go green. I started to get it a couple good runs on both of them, and just there at the end, we kept getting those cautions, and I had enough fuel, so if we had a couple more, if we had to use all 3, I would have been good. But I was happy that it went green on that first green-white checkered, and I got a decent run out of 3 and 4, and just could not get clear of Taylor, and tried sucking up to Bobby the best I could, and I mean, I'll take the third place.
Definitely. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Just want to say thanks to Babs Body Shop, WJM Motorsports, Ron Morris for the paint job, Safe Light Auto Glass, and Wonder Ridge Horse Sanctuary.
All right. That's Cody Anderson coming home in third place tonight. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Well, Mikey, BJ, we made it through another race. Mikey, did you learn anything tonight? No, he did not.
Take that as a no.
now, Mikey fell on the floor earlier. He just didn't want anybody to know, and now they're trying to get his chair fixed. Mikey. Yep, they must have disconnected him. Oh, well. Well, BJ, what a good race tonight. Really looking forward to tomorrow night in the Xfinity Series when they come here. What else do you expect from the Xfinity Series?
Well, I expect to see about the same we saw tonight. A lot of 2, 3, sometimes even 4 wide racing action. Things just rolling off. Lots of excitement. And hopefully a lot of green flag racing like we had tonight. By far, so far, the best race Bluegrass has had this season. Like to see next race tomorrow night with the Xfinity Series. Top it.
Okay, what I was going to say is that I learned that I need to put a sticker on the back of my car because it's been helping a few other people out there. So I might have to do the same now.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say where. I mean, you could put it under the gas tank for us. I don't care, but I was just giving you a hint to do better, to help you out.
Yeah, and I still can't thank Jason enough for putting the show on for us, and you for having me on here tonight. I mean, y'all, you and BJ do such a great job every single week, and it's so much fun getting to come up here in the booth with y'all, and getting to come out here and watch this race. And this race was actually pretty good. I think compared to the caution, filled races that we've had so far at the beginning of this season, these guys did a fantastic job tonight, and it's good to see the Truck Series so competitive again this year. And every single one of these guys has done a fantastic job, at least tonight.
Definitely. We want to thank the sponsors one more time. Next Level Racing for sponsoring the Hard Charger to Clean Driver Award tonight. Elevated Outdoors, J&J Gaming, Kinder Performance, Butt Kicker, Bill, What You Been Missing, and Huffman Designs. Well, until tomorrow night at the same place and same time, we'll catch you live, me and BJ, here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Until then, y'all be safe and God bless.